You worked really hard today, too. Let's take a quiet moment to picture yourself last weekend or perhaps right after work today. Were you glued to your bed or sofa, barely moving a finger, endlessly swiping through YouTube shorts or Instagram reels? In your head, you're constantly thinking, I need to stop watching, get up, and take a shower. I need to clean my room and read a book. Yet, your body feels like a waterlogged cotton ball sinking endlessly into the floor. Then suddenly you snap back to reality, shocked by how much time has flown by and an intense wave of self-hatred washes over you. Why is my willpower so weak? Other people get off work, go to the gym, and live perfectly productive lives, so why am I like this? Am I just too lazy right now? Am I lazy? Am I a pathetic piece of trash just wasting my life? Have you ever felt so suffocated by this terrible guilt that you wanted to tear your chest open? We've all been there at least once. The spring breeze is blowing, and the flowers outside are blooming more every day, but your body and mind feel trapped in a damp basement, too heavy to even move. Today we are going to dive deep into the true identity of this terrifying lethargy. Let me give you the conclusion first, loud and clear. You are absolutely not lazy. You are never someone who lacks willpower. The struggle you are going through right now is, in fact, the clearest badge and proof of how fiercely and desperately you have been fighting to endure in this world. True laziness and the fake laziness we experience are fundamentally different at their roots. A truly lazy person happily enjoys the present moment of doing nothing. They roll around without a shred of guilt, thinking, this is so comfortable. It's so nice doing nothing today. But what about you? Your body is resting, but your mind hasn't rested for a single second. You are constantly anxious, thinking about the things you need to do, criticizing yourself, and cracking an invisible whip at your own back. This is not laziness. From a psychological perspective, this is a defense mechanism where your nervous system, completely overloaded, has blown its own fuse to survive, the so-called freeze state. When faced with overwhelmingly stressful situations that are hard to handle, our brains are programmed to fight, flight, or play dead and freeze. Living in modern society, we aren't being chased by wild beasts, but every single day, we fight desperately against even more terrifying, invisible stressors. The crushing pressure of pouring work, the forced smiles in rude interpersonal relationships, the endless comparisons to the seemingly perfect lives of others, and the heavy anxiety about our uncertain futures. All of these are registered by the brain as emergency signals that our lives are being threatened. In computer terms, it's like opening dozens of windows and running heavy programs until the system lags and completely freezes up. All this time, even under this immense pressure, you have been running your brain's engine to its absolute limit just to survive. Outwardly, you didn't let it show, you silently went to work, and even as you burned up inside, you forced a smile and pushed through your tasks. As a result, your energy, specifically your dopamine battery, which is responsible for vitality, has completely bottomed out at 0%. It's like sitting in the driver's seat of a stalled car with not a single drop of fuel left, frantically stomping on a broken accelerator and screaming, "Why isn't the car moving?" If you yell and kick a car that stopped because it ran out of gas, calling it lazy, will it suddenly speed off? You'll only ruin the engine beyond repair. Then why are you doing nothing but endlessly watching shorts or reels? It is because it's the easiest anesthetic your depleted brain has chosen to forget the pain. If you just quietly close your eyes, your broken brain conjures up a tsunami of anxious thoughts. The annoying tasks you have to face at work tomorrow, your shrinking bank balance, the terror of falling behind. Because you don't even have the strength to face this anxiety with a clear mind, you administer the painkiller of stimulating short-form videos to force quit your brain's thinking switch. Gorging on the stimuli that change every 15 seconds is a desperate survival instinct to numb the pain of your reality, even for just a moment, and escape. Lying in bed, staring blankly at your smartphone doesn't make you a pathetic fool. It is the sorrowful scream of your exhausted soul begging to be saved, pleading for just a moment to breathe. Now that we've diagnosed that you aren't lazy, but rather completely exhausted beyond your limits, the prescription must also change. The most important antidote to escape this bitter unfairness is to immediately stop that cruel self-flagellation. The very thought of considering yourself pathetic and blaming yourself is a vicious thief that robs you of whatever little battery you have left. If you couldn't get out of bed all weekend, instead of cursing yourself by saying, I'm trash, place both hands over your chest and tell yourself, I must have been suffering so much inside and squeezing out so much energy lately that my body finally declared a strike. You've worked so incredibly hard trying not to collapse and holding on. Yes, come what may, let's not worry about anything today and just get some deep rest. Self-compassion, warmly embracing your lethargic state exactly as it is. This is exactly where you can finally catch your breath and where healing begins. And now you must gift yourself very small moments of quiet rest to clear out the dopamine debris stuck in your brain. This absolutely does not mean waking up at dawn tomorrow to live a hyper-productive life. Just for 5 minutes a day, throw your smartphone in another room and simply watch the scenery swaying outside your window. Or pour a cup of warm water and quietly feel the warmth transferring to your palms. When taking a shower, focus solely on the sensation of the warm water cascading down your shoulders. It is a gentle practice of turning off the emergency switch that kept your brain running endlessly and returning to the complete sensations of your body, right here, right now. Only when this quiet, empty space is created will energy begin to refill the dried up well of your mind. We live in a very strange paradox. When someone we love struggles with burnout, we tell them to get some deep rest right away. But when our own precious selves feel like breaking, we coldly beat ourselves down, telling ourselves to stop faking it and get up. As we somehow tried to cram ourselves into the speed demanded by the world, we couldn't smell our one and only engine burning up. Please look into my eyes and believe me, you have never, not even once, lived half-heartedly. In every moment, under every condition, you squeezed out your energy and lived doing your absolute best. You are completely lethargic right now precisely because you tried too hard. In the eyes of others, only the glamorous blooming flowers might be visible, but I know all too well the bitter exhaustion of your roots, which struggled and endured deep scars in the cold dirt all winter long just to make that flower bloom. So, just for today, please generously forgive the you who is curled up right now. It is perfectly fine if you don't live the so-called productive life the world demands. It is okay if you feel like you are lagging far behind others and just pacing in place. Just as a drained phone battery absolutely needs time plugged into the charger, waiting for the screen to turn back on, this pause right now is not a waste. It is simply the most essential time in the world to stitch up and recharge your torn soul. Tonight, quietly leave both the guilt that has been crushing you and the anxiety about going to work tomorrow outside your bedroom door, and lie down in your bed in the most comfortable position. Gently pat your own shoulders with both arms, and please whisper warmly to yourself, you worked hard. You are perfectly fine just the way you are right now. Until the brilliant light of spring fills your depleted heart once again, Psychology Lemon will always be cheering for you by your side. Today, as always, you are miraculously wonderful just for having endured. Don't blame yourself for anything and have a deep, peaceful sleep.